다 디츠 통통제드나 배 과정체성 드네 저와 지마다 치레드나 다체 나추 로종 연구인데 녜산로다나 나추 로종 시기도 다 당선 잠몰은 그 나추 모 로종 시거제다 양 무게는 다다 먼저 먼보여래 나추 산이 바즈 로종 시나 오늘 지금 개화가시 켈렌게 개화가마다 심한도 켈렌게도 같이오래 개화가마 개화가시 다 요지도 켈렌게다 또 켈렌버십하나 시나 짐슨 모즈는 거다 초랑가이나 나추 로종 시 컨즈 인비 차가네 개화가시 켈렌게래 저 개화가시 켈렌나 저 다리 롭자 기르근치 모즈고 고 데라 짐슨 메데 켈렌게 말이 짐슨 쳐서 요지래
So this is a very interesting question. I think there, in a way, there are two different questions within this that it's important to distinguish. One is how I present reincarnation and teach reincarnation in the classroom to students, and the other is what my own belief about reincarnation might be or might not be. And I think this is one area where teaching Buddhism in an academic setting is different from teaching Buddhism in a traditional setting, is that I'm not teaching my beliefs to the students. I try to present the tradition in as accurate and complete, thorough manner as possible, but not as a representation of my own beliefs, but in what we find in the texts and practices of the traditions that we study. So it's important, I think, to distinguish those two. So in terms of teaching in the classroom, there I try to explain to the students that it doesn't matter if they believe in reincarnation or do not believe in reincarnation. That is irrelevant to what we do in the classroom. However, in order to understand Buddhist traditions, it's necessary to be able to imagine a world in which reincarnation is true, in which that is a fact. And so one way that I try to help students who have difficulty imagining such a world is to point out the uncertain foundations of their own beliefs about the world around them, and how every day we all accept things that we don't fully understand. For example, students use mobile phones all the time, and they don't really know the science of how that works. They couldn't open it up and take it apart and put it together again, and they probably could not explain with any precision exactly what happens when they dial their friend's number and call someone. They don't really know how that works, but they use it all the time, and they don't have doubts about that. And I try to explain that for many Buddhists historically throughout the world, they might not know every detail about the Abhidharma theory of exactly how reincarnation works. They may not have great certainty about that, but it's without any problem, they accept that as a fact of their existence and of the world around them. So I try to use different ways of having students reflect on their own assumptions to understand that in Buddhist cultures and traditions, the acceptance of reincarnation is not the same necessarily as the scholastic or scientific proof of reincarnation. And for most Buddhists throughout history, the acceptance of reincarnation is much more important in a pragmatic day-to-day sense than the theories of it in that way.
This couple you marrying Jim Jumbo
It's not hard to scientifically prove reincarnation. I have a lot of scientific evidence because I've done a lot of research.
So from my side in the belief in reincarnation, and here Khenpo Rinpoche can correct my very shallow understanding of Buddhism, but I always think that the belief that reincarnation is true is a conventional truth and not an ultimate truth, and that all of these lives and birth and rebirth and death is all a kind of illusory play in some ways. And so the decision to choose to believe in reincarnation has a pragmatic point, is that it creates the foundation for decisions about conduct, and that the key point for me is the belief that consequences have actions, and that has to be grounded in that idea. And so whether or not there's scientific proof or not, and I know Khenpo Rinpoche feels strongly about the scientific evidence, but for me what's more important is, does the belief in reincarnation lead to more compassionate conduct and less suffering for beings? And if yes, then I accept that belief on the conventional level, and that's my sense of that.